Well, today we went shopping out in the scrap pile, and we found something new to work on. Now what this is an engine from a leaf vac system, which it doesn't run. It had some issues and I got it in a pile of scrap. But it does roll over and seems to have some compression. So we're going to try and find out why this thing wasn't running. I believe it to be more than just a carb issue. When I had pulled it over once when I got it, I think it was making some weird clunking noises or sounds, so we're going to have to get a little bit deeper into it. But this thing's too good to just straight up scrap, so we'll see if we need a new mini bike engine here. So we started off by draining out that nasty gas. She's got plenty of compression, that's for sure. Wow, this is a 9 horsepower. We could find a use for that somewhere. Don't pet the grass? Wow, look at that. It's the cleanest filter I've seen in a long time. That's definitely good for parts. Now, for some reason, I want to say that the intake charge was also blowing back out through, the carburetor there. Now, I got a sneaking suspicion that may be potentially something up with the valves in here. Maybe a pushrod's broken or bent, or maybe a valve's just stuck, or, well, we'll find out. But that's the first place we're going to start looking. Alright, so we ripped off the little exhaust extension and we're diving right in. Usually when I have a feeling about something that, I got a good idea what's wrong with it, it's completely wrong. So, alright, there we go. We didn't quite save the valve cover gasket, but upon inspection, that ain't right, and
that ain't right.
There is the push rod. Ha! I'll take that one. Now, the good question here is, why did the push rod get bent? I could look up online, see if this is a known issue or what the deal is, but I'm surprised to feel this is aluminum. Wow, that's really lightweight, and that's pretty easy to buckle that. So we'll throw this into the straightening machine here real quick. You should probably heat up aluminum so it doesn't crack, but we're just going to go with the work hardening technique and do it cold. The valve passes the functionality test. Look at that.
Look at that.
Well, since we're all about top quality work on this thing and we're not skimping, we're doing preventative maintenance, like checking the other valve. And that thing has a bit of an arc to it as well. Well, I tell you, if this happens again, we're going to have to actually try and fix the problem. If I had a piece of brake line or tubing that would slide over top of this, we'd throw it on there. There must have been some reason why they did aluminum on here for weight savings, maybe for higher RPM speed, but boy, I can't believe both push rods ended up bending on here. So there we go, certified rebuilt, and I guess we're on to the testing stage. I don't know if I should even pull that carb bowl off and check, or just roll the dice and see what happens. We're not going to worry about that valve cover gasket unless we get it running. And we put a little bit of gas in there. Maybe we can get the fuel on. Whew. About ready to break that thing. Hopefully it doesn't take off on us with that fan on there. almost wasn't fun. Well, now it's just a question of figuring out what to do with this thing. I mean, if I had the rest of the fan, we could make a fan, or pull this thing off and, well, wait for something that we need. And hey, everybody, I wanted to say thanks for everybody out there still watching. You know, we finally came up on 200 videos last week there. So I know some of you have been watching, you know, for years, way back when. Pretty crazy looking back, you know, some of the old videos, how rudimentary they were, but that's what YouTube was at that point. Basically just taking some home videos of what you was doing and throwing them online. I make these videos to try and give everybody a laugh, and you know, hopefully maybe you learn something. I know I learned something a lot of times just by going through these projects and doing them. So we're going to keep on plugging along, you know, here and there. I might even invest in new cameras and stuff. I'm still using free software everywhere possible because I ain't paying for that. So we're still rocking Windows Movie Maker. You got to save money for beer.